Hello, this is our ATL skill lesson for giving and receiving feedback. These are your guided notes, and you will need to be listening to the guided notes very carefully in order to know how to respond. Let's get started. Again, let's review. An ATL skill is a skill that we want to master, not only for this assignment, but in life. The ATL skill focus is giving and receiving feedback. So you look at how it's spelled here, and you're going to write it here. So it's going to be giving and receiving feedback. Why is it important to be able to give and receive feedback? I'm going to read 3 statements, and I want you to highlight which reason seems the most important. It helps you to learn from one another. It can unlock change and innovation by experiencing a new perspective. It can build new relationships. Let's go to part 2, giving and receiving feedback, rules and strategies. And now we'll learn a little bit about it. The rules for this one will just be giving. So you're going to write this word giving. We're focusing on giving first, and then we'll go to receiving. The 3 main rules are be specific and avoid generalizations, avoid judgment statements, no negative comments or words like bad, and use the TAG strategy below. So we're going to go through this strategy, and it's going to help you follow these rules. So if someone's asking you to give feedback and you're either reading something or watching or listening to a project, the very first step is to tell what you enjoyed. Write the word enjoyed here. And here's the word if you don't know how to spell enjoyed. And here are some statements you can use in a little statement bank. I really enjoyed or liked or loved it when. And this is where you're getting specific, because we want to make sure it's specific. It isn't just, I really enjoyed it. You have to say what you enjoyed. So you could say, I admired how I was surprised when I was inspired by. So here are some frames to help you tell what you enjoyed by being specific. A, ask a question. So write the word question here. And here are some starter sentence frames. Why, what, how, why did, what happened. You can add when. These are just ideas to get you started on asking a question. And G is give a suggestion. S-U-G-G-E-S-T-I-O-N. And these are ways to give a suggestion by saying, I think, or I wonder, or you could. Instead, maybe. You don't want to sound brutal, like you need to do this. You want to use language that makes everyone feel comfortable. And here are some options for you to use. So you're going to use this strategy of tell, ask, and give, or TAG, when you're giving feedback. But what about when you are receiving feedback? So here you're going to write the word receiving. This is how you spell it. Rules for receiving feedback. And there's 7 rules here, and you're going to fill in the blanks. And the first one is be open to it. Don't overreact or make it personal. This one's kind of hard, so you just have to be open to it. 2, self-reflect honestly and regularly. 3, summarize and repeat back what you hear. 4, ask questions about how you could improve. 5, listen carefully for specific examples. 6, avoid disagreeing or arguing about it. Perhaps that might be the most important one. And 7, thank them for their feedback, even if you don't agree with it. Okay, let's do a little bit of practice with this. Here's a scenario. Scenario number 1. The class has been given an assignment to write a short story that has and you're going to write the word conflict. C-O-N-F-L-I-C-T. Conflict. So that is the requirement of the assignment. It has to have a conflict. You need to give your partner, Jessica, feedback on her first draft. So in this scenario, this is Jessica's first draft, and we are going to use the TAG strategy to give her feedback. When I was 5 years old, I loved my kindergarten class. My teacher's name was Ms. Beeman, and she has lovely brown eyes and such a sweet voice. We'd read huge books like The Very Hungry Caterpillar that would be propped up on a stand while she pointed at the words. We'd also sing songs and paint a lot. I miss being in kindergarten. Okay, so remember, we're giving feedback. So the first thing is to tell something that you enjoyed. And let's go up here and we can start with one of these frames. I really enjoyed something like that. So here you could say I really enjoyed the details. So write the word details. And then you're going to add a detail that she had in here. So pick some sort of detail that seems specific that helped you understand. So you're going to say the details like, and then add one, you don't have to do all of them, or one detail. So go ahead and add that. Okay, so now that you've started with something you enjoyed, now think of a question. It could be whatever question that you want that is relevant to the assignment, but something simple might be, where did you go to school? That might be something where maybe you guys went to the same school, maybe you didn't, but you could check in about that. Okay, so the last part of the strategy is give a suggestion. And you must include something about the, and you're going to say requirements. R-E-Q-U-I-R-E-M-E-N-T-S. Requirements of the assignment. So I know that it had to be a story that had a conflict. So let's come back here, and I didn't see a conflict. It all was happy stuff. So I'm going to write, you could add a conflict where you describe one day you weren't happy. Because usually a conflict entails a scenario where you're not happy. Remember, this is a really important part because this is where you can help whoever you're giving feedback to, help them do better on whatever they're working on. Now that we've given feedback, we have to practice receiving feedback. Scenario number 2. You are Jessica and you have just received the above feedback on your story from a classmate. Using the rules for receiving feedback in part 2, respond using rules 3, 4, and 7. So rule 3 is summarize and repeat back. And you could do that if you were Jessica, saying, so you like my descriptive writing, but you think I need to add a conflict to the story. This is important. It gives clarification with the communication between the two of you. Number 4, ask questions about how you can improve. Perhaps you might say, what would be an example of a good conflict for a kindergartner? And the last one is thank them for the feedback. So you write here, just say thanks so much. All right, so now the last part means you finished it and you're going to reflect just like you did on the last assignment, and make sure you put in the skill focus, highlight which level you are with this, and anytime you might use this. If you end early, here are more videos on giving and receiving feedback.